Is there anything said about the descendants of the Pandavas?
Okay, well, descendants of Pandavas, they were there. Bhagavad Puran talks about it. After the Pandava Vansha came to a close, okay, uh, or from Parikshit, they say, Skanda Puran says there were 3,310 years between Parikshit, and we don't know exactly which Parikshit, but let's assume that Parikshit. From there, 3,310 years after was a time of Chanakya. Okay, so we can, based on that, we can calculate the time of Chanakya. The reason I'm saying this is we say, oh, we know the time of Chanakya. Actually, we don't. In the modern times, these are all speculations, like 300 BC, 400 BC, 1300 BC, 1600 BC.
I mean, what's assumed is he was the minister for Chandragupta Maurya.
That is correct, because that description comes. So that combination is there. But about the timing, the range for Chanakya and therefore Chandragupta Maurya, the range is from 300 BC to 2300 BC.
Oh, there's no proof that...
There is no decisive proof for any of it.
Do they draw the conclusion about Chandragupta Maurya from the Greek descriptions?
See, this is the point, right? For example, Greeks never say Chandragupta Maurya. They say Sandrocotus. Now, there was a Chandragupta Gupta, Chandragupta Maurya, many Chandragupta. So, which one?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Do you know this? That the Alexander, we know only about the Alexander and his context in India only from Greek records. There is no reference whatsoever to Alexander or the Puru or Ambi in Indian records anywhere. It is only from that. And just on that point, I will mention. So, if you take Megasthenes' book, he talks about India tradition, India genealogy existing back for 7,000 plus years. And he talks some guy, and from their 13th generation was a Heracles who compares with the Krishna. And if you take those years and do the number calculation, the triangulation, it comes to 6th millennium BC. And quickly, the last point, Herodotus. He wrote the history of the world. If you go there, I think it's second book, chapter 141, 142. He actually, when Herodotus went to Egypt, there were 341 statues, genealogist statues in the Egypt, okay? And so when Herodotus asked, like, who is this, and they kept on saying, this guy's name is this guy's name is this, Herodotus has written some. And he says 3 kings took about 100 years, 33 years per king. And when you do the math for 341, lo and behold, it takes you 11,340 years. Now, this is happening 500 BC, 2,500 years ago. At 2,500 years, add that to 11,340, it takes you 14,000 years. Do you know something happening 14,000 years ago? Ramayana. Now, who are the Egyptian kings? Ramesses.
Damn.
Right? And the Mittanis, their names are all Ikshwaku dynasty names, like the Dasharatha, modified names and so on.
King Ramesses.
Yeah, anyways, but we can stop.
Whoa. Okay.
So there are records related to our Mahabharata and Ramayana, and specifically my research and my chronology, even being validated by the Megasthenes and Herodotus.
There's a strong linkage between Egyptian culture and Indian culture.
Very much so.
The only thing that I've seen as a commonality between Egyptian culture and Indian culture, out and out, is Rajarshi Nandi sir mentioning on the show that Anubis is possibly a form of Bhairav because it's a black dog deity.
No, there are many other similarities you will find. Astronomy. Egypt has a very sophisticated astronomy, especially the way they have built the structures.
Right.
And you don't know of any other place for sophisticated astronomy other than India and Mexico. Mexico is Mayasur. Our Surya Siddhanta author is a Mayasur.
Ra is the sun god in Egypt.
Ravi.
And also, wasn't Ram a Suryavanshi?
Ram was a Suryavanshi. There you go.
Hey, if you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out all the other clips we've uploaded on this channel. You'll find a clip related to almost every single topic as long as you're willing to search for it.